Hello, I'm Travis Luther, President of Lawfather, and welcome to Lawfather Legal News. You know, Colorado is a popular state among motorcycle enthusiasts, probably because of the wide range of natural beauty along our state's highways. But over the last decade, almost 100 motorcycle riders per year have been killed in Colorado accidents, representing nearly 20% of all traffic fatalities. Here to talk to us about riders' legal rights and more is Denver attorney Wade Eldridge. Mr. Eldridge received his law degree from the University of Denver and has been representing injured riders throughout the state of Colorado for over 30 years now. Good morning, Wade, and thank you for coming.
Travis. You're welcome.
So I understand you're not just an attorney, but you're a rider yourself.
I am. I've been riding since high school.
And what kind of motorcycle do you have?
I've been blessed. I'm fortunate. I have several motorcycles.
Yeah, how many do you have?
14 at the last count, but only 7 of them are running right now. So
Holy cow.
I'm in the process of restoring. Got some mid-60s Hondas and a 1927 JD Harley.
Wow. So you truly are a rider, not just a lawyer, but you're
not just a poseur. Yeah,
you're an enthusiast.
I am.
An enthusiast. Great. Well, let's talk about motorcycle accidents. You know, I know that one of the hurdles is the stigma associated with motorcycle riders. When a rider has been hurt, how do you approach a case trying to break that stigma up?
Well, the important thing in motorcycle cases, as in any personal injury case, it all deals with a jury. So you have to, in the process of selecting the jury, determine what kind of attitudes they have, because many people still see motorcyclists as the Hells Angels, Marlon Brando, Wild One type of sort, and to some extent we've brought that on ourselves, because the dentists, the doctors, the lawyers, the professionals who now are the weekend warriors have this bad boy image of themselves when they get on typically their Harley. And, you know, there's a whole mystique and culture about the outlaw biker. So that's rubbed off to some extent. Although people can be, you can find out their attitudes and get past that. Because, you know, motorcyclists are humans just like everyone else.
Right, right. Yeah, the outlaw biker stigma definitely seems like it would be a hurdle. What do you actually know about the difference between accidents involving what some might call a crotch rocket versus what some would call cruisers or road bikes?
Well, unfortunately, the demographics, they're sobering. It's very sad. The typical sport bike rider is under 30, thinks that he can never do anything wrong. He's riding a machine that was originally designed to be a race bike and has been somewhat detuned to ride on the street. But sport bikes, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, sport bikes if you're riding a sport bike, you're 4 times more likely to be killed than if you're riding a cruiser or a regular motorcycle. So that's to some extent due to the fact that those bikes are just so darn fast, and to some extent based on who's riding them.
I know helmet laws vary state by state. What is Colorado's motorcycle helmet law?
Well, Colorado, if you're 17 or under, you have to wear a helmet. Other than that, you don't. Another important thing for personal injury cases, in Colorado, failure to wear a helmet is not comparative negligence. So it's not, technically is not supposed to be held against you if you're not wearing a helmet. Now, juries, again, as I said earlier, it all comes down to what the jury wants to do in the final analysis. So juries sometimes feel that motorcycle riders who aren't wearing a helmet have a death wish or inviting some problems on themselves. So there's some education curve, again, with the juries involved in that as well.
Right, yeah, we often hear the joke organ donor when we see
that's right.
An unhelmeted rider. What do you think is the most significant injury motorcycle riders face, whether they be in a helmet or not?
Well, if you're in a motorcycle, if you're in an accident, you're so much more likely to get hurt than if you're in a car, because you don't have a cage around you. Head injuries are common, road rash is very common, broken bones are common. A lot of times you get fatalities, you get very serious injuries. So it's just the whole range of injuries that can happen.
Right, and I suppose some of these injuries are caused by distracted drivers.
They are. These days we see people texting, we see people on their phones. I've got a bumper sticker in my car that says "hang up and drive." You know, we've seen that before. And then people often claim that they don't see the biker, or that they came out of nowhere, or somehow they're unaware of the biker's presence. Well, that's just because they're not paying attention.
So if a motorcycle rider is injured, what are the benefits of contacting a firm like yourself? How can you represent that biker and make sure they get everything they need to move forward with their lives?
Well, one of the most important things that our firm does is you get on the case right away. You go to the scene, that's important. You need to be able to see the streets, the layout, the lighting, things of that nature. You want to try contacting the witnesses right away, because in our mobile society, people move quickly. You can lose their address, you can lose an important witness. You need to determine the, as I said, the lighting, the weather, the road traction, all those factors that might have influenced the defendant, as well as what the plaintiff did, as what the injured rider did. You know, how was he approaching the situation?
Right, right.
Those are all things you want to get at. But as I would just characterize it, I'd say start the investigation right away.
Right, right. I know your law firm's in Denver. Does your law firm offer free case consultations?
We do.
Okay. And do you work on a contingency fee too?
We do, and that's what most of my clients want, because they can't afford to pay a lawyer a monthly rate. So
right.
The contingency fee, as you know, it's taken out at the end.
Right. Okay, Wade. Well, I want to thank you for coming here. If you or a loved one has been injured in a motorcycle accident, I would encourage you to contact Wade. You can reach him by phone at 303-861-4222, or if you happen to be in front of a computer right now, go ahead and type in www.rider-lawyer.com. Again, Dave, thanks. Again, Wade, thank you for visiting with us. And I want to thank you for watching Lawfather News. Again, I'm Travis Luther. If you have a legal issue or a question, visit our attorneys online at www.lawfather.com or call our confidential toll-free law line at 855-LAW-5280. That's 855-LAW-5280. Thanks, Wade.
Thank you, Travis.